Hello and welcome to this session on the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII. My name is Rob from Steam Labs, and in today's video I'm going to be introducing you to lots and lots of new hardware which we just received from Hak5, which we're sharing with our student base at Steam Labs. And this is also hardware which some of our pen testers are also using in industry when they're checking the security of an organization's network. Now I'm really excited to introduce you to this new pouch here from Hak5 today, and the contents which we have inside this pouch, which we have shared with our student base. Now, today's video is purely focused on the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII, so I'll be talking to you about what it is, how to get started, how to get it set up, and we're going to be exploring Evil Portal in today's video. Now, without further ado, let's get started and have a look at what's inside this pouch here. But before we do that, as always, please remember that everything which we are demonstrating here is purely for educational purposes, and this content is recorded for people who are going into ethical hacking, people who are going into penetration testing, and those of you which have an interest in cybersecurity. Now, without further ado, let's check out this hardware. As mentioned at the beginning of today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to our Hak5 pouch. So we bought several of these on Black Friday. I'm going to be talking to you about the different kit which you can find in our pouches, and then we're going to be moving on to the Wi-Fi Pineapple in a minute. But first of all, what different tech can you find inside this pouch, and what kind of kit would we be giving to our student base and our pen testers? So first of all, at the bottom, we've got this SanDisk wireless USB, 256 gigabytes of memory available. And the great thing about this is that we don't need to plug this into a computer. With pen testers, we may not trust computers which plug it into. So what we can do here is we can connect to the USB using its SSID. And partitioned on this USB is not only lots and lots of useful files, but we have a bootable version of Kali Linux. Now, also inside our lovely pouch from Hak5. Thank you for making this pouch. I'll be demoing how you can also put your laptop in here in a second. Here we have got some malicious cables. So if you check out our video above now, and also mentioned in the description, this is the USB-C to a lightning cable which we introduced you to before. This black cable is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and this one here is a USB-A to a lightning cable. So we've got pretty much all of the cables that we need to use, and these two here are keylogger additions. Also at the top here, this is a lovely free piece of kit from Hak5. So Hak5, thank you very much for sending this in my order. This here is a mini Ethernet port, which is super useful if we need to connect multiple devices to our computer through Ethernet. And also down here, so do keep an eye out for our video on the Bash Bunny, which we released probably in about a month's time. So this here is the Bash Bunny Mark II. And also inside here, we will be able to find a USB rubber ducky. So again, do keep an eye out for our video. We'll be posting some information on this soon. Now, before we get onto the Wi-Fi Pineapple, if our pen testers are going to be going into an organization, how would they be able to detect if somebody has inserted a malicious cable into one of the, let's say, company computers? So inside this little pouch here, this is a malicious cable detector. So this is probably one of our best buys from Hak5 for our pen testers. If we are looking to see if somebody has inserted one of these malicious cables inside an organization because they have tried to create a remote backdoor, what we can do here is we can check USB-A and USB-C cables using this little thing which you can see in front of me now. So this is how we would check for a malicious cable. But without further ado, what I'm going to do is pull over my Wi-Fi Pineapple, and these are the very large antennas which you can see here. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit, and you can see we've got some quite large antennas on our Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII Tactical Edition. But what we can also do is that I also got these from Hak5 as well. These are our mini stub antennas. So if we don't want to make it really visible, but we are going to be maybe doing a check on somebody's Wi-Fi infrastructure using our Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII. We can add on these mini antennas, but no, but the range is not as good. And what we're going to be using this for in today's video, so once we've been through the setup, we are going to be demonstrating how you can use Evil Portal. Now, just how cool is this pouch from Hak5? So not only can we put our pen testing gear inside here, what we can also do is we can put our laptop in the back as well. So it's also a laptop case. So if I get my Asus ROG, you'll be able to see here, pen testing gear and also a laptop case. So again, Hak5, thank you so much for this case, and note that they are not sponsoring this video. Now that we have checked out what the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII tactical version looks like, we are going to begin setup here. So in order to get started, you need to plug in the USB-C cable to the back of your Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII, you need to plug it into your computer, and then we have two options here. So option number one, we can quickly press this button, but what this is going to do is it's going to disable Wi-Fi, so we're not going to be able to set up the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII as an access point. But if we hold down this button for 4 seconds, it's going to enable this as an access point. Now you can see here that we are being prompted to download the latest firmware, so I'm going to press on upload a firmware file. Now in order for us to do this, what we need to do is we need to connect it to our Wi-Fi, so I'm going to log on to my Steam Labs Wi-Fi here. And now we need to enter our password. And then once you've done this, you need to connect to the internet. And then we are going to download the latest firmware for our Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII. And now what you'll be able to see here is that it's downloading the latest firmware and it's advising you not to power off your device. So whilst we're waiting for the firmware to finish updating, we're going to head across to the Hak5 website and we're going to have a look at the Wi-Fi Pineapple in a little bit more detail. So this is the tactical version which we are using today. We also have the enterprise version. Unfortunately, we didn't have this available for our student base when we placed this order, but we're going to check out these features here and talk a little bit about what we can actually do with this. So for those of you which are familiar with tools like Airgeddon and BetterCap, these are tools which you can use on Kali Linux for wireless attacks. What we are going to be doing today when we are exploring Evil Portal is we are going to be creating a fake SSID. So we could be doing this for an organization, for example, Starbucks. So we are going to mimic the SSID. And then when a user connects to it and they are taken to a login page, they'll say something like, hey, you need to use your Google credentials or Facebook credentials or Instagram in order to log into our Wi-Fi or in order to log into our free Wi-Fi. And then what a user is going to do is they are going to enter their username or password for Instagram or Facebook or Gmail, whatever it is, and then we will be able to capture their credentials. So this is very, very smart, but there's just so much more to the Wi-Fi Pineapple than what I'm just explaining here. So let's scroll down on their webpage. So first of all, we have this lovely web interface, right? So this is a free piece of software which comes with different Hak5 products. So you can actually download their software for free and do everything inside a browser. So no Kali Linux needed when we are using this. And they call it the Cloud C2, and we can remotely access these Hak5 devices from basically anywhere through a web browser here. Now again, by scrolling down on their website here, you can see it allows you to completely visualize the wireless landscape and orchestrate attacks from a real-time dashboard. So no more terminal window when we are looking to assess somebody's Wi-Fi infrastructure. And it also allows us to capture impressive loot from PSK and also enterprise credentials. So one of the very cool things which we can do here is we can clone somebody's web page or login page. Okay, so if you check out our video on Social Fish and have a look at how you can actually clone websites for ethical hacking and also penetration testing, remember everything we're doing here is purely for education. We can actually clone somebody's login portal as well. So if we're connecting to like an open Wi-Fi and somebody's having to enter like their username or password to log in, we can actually clone that page. But again, there is so much more to this as well. So it's got the leading road access point. This is patented technology through Hak5. We can also gather actionable intelligence. We can conduct advanced recon. We can deploy NMAP and then scan somebody's network. There are just so many amazing tools which we can use on the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII Tactical Version Edition. And this here, you'll be able to see, is the enterprise version. So whilst this is fantastic for pen testing, it's not very discreet. And this little Mark VII is discreet. If you get rid of these antennas and add on little stubby antennas, you can literally put this in your bag and obviously conduct a Wi-Fi test. And here you'll be able to see a little bit of information on the Wi-Fi Pineapple Mark VII, so I'm not going to read through this, and you can kind of explore everything else on inside this web page as well. Now let's head back across over to our Wi-Fi Pineapple. Okay, so now our firmware has been updated, we can begin setup of our Wi-Fi Pineapple. So we're going to select on begin setup, and we now need to await for verification. Now what we're going to have to do here is we're going to need to set up a root password for our device, and once you set up your password you'll need to select on your time zone as well. So we here are GMT+7, we are based in Bangkok, and we're going to select on next. And now what we are going to have to do here is we're going to need to set up the management AP, so the management access point, and we're also going to need to decide if we want this to be an open access point as well. So what we need to decide here is what do we want our management SSID to be. Now what I want to do is I want to call mine free Wi-Fi. So remember that we are conducting penetration tests for this. Now what I can do here is I can reconfigure this and I can change this to be the name of an organization's network, but for now we're just going to go with free Wi-Fi. And now we need to set up a password for our managed access point, and then we're going to need to choose our country here. So we're going to go for Thailand, as that is where we are based, and we need to confirm our password again. So nice secure password here, and then we have an option to either hide our open access point, which we don't want to do, and if we want to disable the management of our access point, we can also select on this, but we're going to go to next for now. Now this next part is particularly important. We need to either choose our allow list or our deny list here, and then what we can do is we can add different MAC addresses. But if we choose allow, it says only allow the devices listed to connect and all other devices will be denied. So if we choose this, we're going to need to add in the MAC addresses of different devices here. If we go over to deny list, it says deny list, any device not listed may connect, and block all devices which are listed. So just to remind you, we have set this up as a free Wi-Fi access point here. We want people to try to connect to our Wi-Fi Pineapple, so we're going to select on deny list and just hit on next. And the last thing we need to do is choose if we want to go for an allow list for our SSID field setup. So if we choose allow list, it says allow only association for the SSIDs listed, so we need to add in different SSIDs here. All other SSID associations will be blocked. But actually we want to go for deny again. So it says deny associations for the listed SSIDs, all other SSIDs are accepted. So we're going to choose this for now, and if we need to make changes to this we can come back to it later. Lastly, we can choose from either light mode or dark mode. We are going for dark mode, and then all we need to do here is accept to these different terms here. We've already read through these conditions before, so we can ignore this and then press on finish. And now we have got to this section, all we need to do is enter our root password to log into our Wi-Fi Pineapple, and we should be good to go. Okay, so now we're at this screen here. So it says, do you want to connect to the internet? So it looks like your Wi-Fi Pineapple isn't connected to the internet. So what we need to do is we need to actually connect it to our SSID. So I'm not going to use an Ethernet cable for this. So I'm going to select on wireless client mode. So now that I've done this, I'm going to need to select on my Wi-Fi network. Once you have connected your Wi-Fi Pineapple to the internet, we should be good to go. So let's check out what we can see inside here. So first of all, on this screen at the moment, you'll be able to see the system status, the amount of CPU which is being used, the disk usage, and also the number of connected clients and different SSIDs which have been collected here. And again, you can see the different campaigns which we are running here, and also the wireless landscape as well. If we go down to this next option here, this is how we can set up a campaign. So remember, what we are going to be doing here is we are going to be exploring Evil Portal. Here we will be able to see the total number of SSIDs which we have in our pool, as well as some other options here. And if we go across, we can see different clients which are connected. We can apply some different filtering here. We can have a look at the Pineapple Enterprise options, which we can see here, which we're not going to do. And also what our access point is set up as at the moment. So you'll be able to see my nice secure password here at the moment of 1 to 8, and this is what the access point name is going to be when somebody is trying to connect at the moment. Now we can also see this set up as a open access point, which we had a look at in our settings as well, and we can also have this set up as an Evil wireless access point as well. Now what we are going to do is continue going down in these options here. So we've got our wireless landscape, channel distribution, previous scans, and also handshakes. We can go on to the logging here, which is particularly useful once you've got your campaign set up. And if we click on this option here, we've got modules and packages. And pretty much for me, this is where all of the magic is going to happen, right? So go across to our modules. Let's say get available modules. Let's see what this gives us. And whilst that is running, I'm going to go across to packages here as well and get package listings. Now modules is ready here. As I said earlier, there are just so many different tools we can deploy with Wi-Fi Pineapple. So I'm an absolute fan of NMAP. I use this on Kali Linux all of the time, so I'm going to install NMAP, and this will allow us to conduct some recon on somebody's network. So yes, we do want to install NMAP. And as I said, today's video is all about Evil Portal. So we are also going to install Evil Portal as well. So go back to modules and going to select on install. Now, for those of you, if you remember back to when we set up our Wi-Fi Pineapple, what I did was I select on deny list when we were setting up these two different filters here. If you want to change those options from when you initially set up your Wi-Fi Pineapple, you can just go across to the filtering option up here, and then you can change it from deny list to allow list. And the last thing which we're going to explore here before we look at Evil Portal is we can have a look at how we can actually use a terminal inside our Wi-Fi Pineapple. So if you select on this button, I'm going to select on this arrow so it brings it back up, and what you'll be able to see here is our Wi-Fi Pineapple. So what kind of instructions can we give our Wi-Fi Pineapple? So if we type in ifconfig, this is going to list all of the interface information which we need to know, but we can also find that information inside our GUI session up here. Now, we have explored so many different concepts in today's video. I have introduced you to our Hak5 pouch and the different hardware which you can find inside this pouch. I have talked to you about what we are using the Wi-Fi Pineapple for, how to get started and how to get it set up. And I've also demonstrated how you can install NMAP and also Evil Portal on the Wi-Fi Pineapple. Now, today's video was all about Evil Portal, but with the video being around 17 to 18 minutes long at this point, we have decided to split this video into two different sections. So the next video is going to be exploring how we can get started with Evil Portal and how we can then deploy this as a tool to check an organization security and see if we can redirect people to a phishing page. Now, hopefully all of these concepts will be nice and clear. Do check out our blog post with more details on how to get started with the Wi-Fi Pineapple. Do click that bell and subscribe and like this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next video on how we can get started with Evil Portal.